so much for having us here. We're in Kona, Hawaii. Hawaii is the proper pronunciation.
Yes.
And we're so grateful to be here. Please tell the audience what's going on the Big Island. I mean, we're in paradise.
Yes, we say it is paradise, Kimber, but as we say for animal rescue groups, Hawaii is not paradise to the homeless animals. It's been a terrible situation, and I don't think everyone knows, afar off of our shores, but we have one of the highest kill rates in the nation as far as strays and homeless animals. We try to promote spay and neuter, but it's a new concept here for island people. It does work, but our humane societies are really not honest about how many animals they euthanize. They think it's kinder not to let the people know, where we're saying it's kinder to the animals to keep them alive and not euthanize them.
Right, because knowledge is power, so if you're holding the truth from people that have the ability to help, then we're not serving the animals. We're self-serving for our business. Sorry, we had to give Luna back because she's stressing. We don't want the dog to stress over. She misses her owner, so.
So what we've done is we have a coalition of animal rescue no-kill organizations here on the island that have been working diligently to find ways to find homes for the homeless. And one thing we've done is Big Island Dog Rescue has made connections with some of the no-kill shelters in the Pacific Northwest that are the front runners in no-kill facilities. And what they've allowed us to do is transfer dogs from our facility here on the Big Island to one of them is Columbia Shelter in Oregon. And we're working with the airlines for discounted rates. We're working to get our kennels back, and we have a great shipping company who returns all our kennels on the ocean free. So everything falls into place. It's working perfectly. All the dogs are getting adopted. I think we've sent over 75, and as of today, only 4 are not adopted, but they got there just a few days ago. And what now has occurred is the Humane Society, where we're getting the dogs off of death row, says no more. They want to make sure, and this is actually kind of comical, that the animals are treated humanely in transfer and also when they get to the mainland. Now these are animals that they're going to kill. But they're wondering what we're doing. We're putting money into them.
So let me ask you this: what is the reason that this is not a no-kill shelter? What's the politics?
It's just always been the same. I've lived on the Big Island for 30 years, and it's catch and kill. And one of the biggest reasons that the Humane Society, I believe, is not opening to the other concept is they wear 2 hats. One hat's the white hat, the Humane Society, the warm and fuzzy rehome dogs. The contract is also for animal control. The county contract for animal control, the dog catchers,
So do you think it should be 2 separate organizations instead of, so the Humane Society should strictly be for adopted animals, care and control should be a separate entity, correct?
It's the only way it'll work.
And how difficult is that to happen in your opinion, to make that happen in your opinion?
The only way we can make it happen is by people like you coming here and knowing the truth. People come on vacation to Hawaii and think it's paradise for the animals, for the people. It's wonderful. It's not. And until there's pressure put on from outside of the island, because island life is status quo. It's worked this far. Don't tell the truth. Don't tell people what's happening. Bury that, and then it'll be fine. We could just...
From my outside opinion, I'm thinking that what we said, because what happens often in any relationship is we focus more on the problem, not the solution.
Yes.
So we need to focus on the solution, and the solution to this problem would be to separate the 2 organizations.
Yes.
And if that did happen, would this Humane Society then become a no-kill shelter?
The Humane Society is it's bid. It's a bid. They go out to the community and say, who wants to run the shelter? Here are the 2 hats, the good hat and the bad hat. You have to do animal control, and you have to adopt out a few. The incentive, the money, is behind the killing. Okay.
And then where does your organization come in?
Well, what we want to do, what KARE does is, and what KARE stands for is Kohala Animal Relocation and Education Service. Education is vital. As you said, Kimber, we have to educate people. What we're trying to do is bring awareness and go to the mainland and to different places internationally that has succeeded in no-kill facilities. What we get here is it doesn't work, it can't be done. Well, you know, it can be done. Oregon does it, see, you know, Washington State, Nebraska. There are whole states that are no-kill. We are a little island, though we're called the Big Island, we're little.
Yeah.
And if they can do it, let's go to them and say, give us the business plan. Show us how to do this. One thing is we have really no tough animal cruelty laws. Okay, none.
So that's another obstacle that needs to be overcome.
Yes.
And how does that happen?
I think, again, education in the schools. We have to start at the, you know, kindergarten, first grade, and say having puppies is not good. They have puppies every 6 months. There's no spay and neuter. I mean, there is, but people go, well, why do it? And they bring every 6 months when their female has puppies, they bring it here to the Humane Society and say, find them homes. That's dumping on these people too.
Right. So we need education purposes in the schools. We do that on the mainland. They're starting to do that actually on the mainland to teach the children, because that's where it begins. That's our future.
Yes.
So education is key in any area of what we're dealing with today.
Right. And education, and when you say what will change it, truly pressure from the mainland. When you see the pressure because of social media now, we can educate and inform people who vacation here.
Sure.
And I hate to say it, but if there was going to be a boycott on Hawaii, because it's even legal to eat dogs here.
Okay.
Because they say it's cultural. Well, you know what? We're the United States, and it's not part of our culture. And no matter where you come from somewhere else, join into our culture, which is compassion.
I do remember being here a couple of years ago, and I went and toured the palace, and the history, it is in the history. Some things in history just don't change that easily, but with education.
Human sacrifice was at the same time when you went through the palace.
Yeah.
The monarchy had human sacrifice, but we got away from that. You look at the future and you look at the present and say that doesn't work anymore, and it's not necessary, and it's not compassionate. It doesn't elevate us in consciousness, and we share the planet with so many species.
I'm glad you said that, because the basis of our show is that if you start with the lowest common denominator on earth, which is the animal kingdom, and you revere them and bring them up their level of consciousness, then the human being is next. So Debbie, thank you so much for your time, for your compassion, your huge heart. You might be on a small island that's big, but your heart is bigger. So thank you.
Thank you, aloha.
Thank you
so much.
Originally, the Hawaii Island Humane Society was founded by our li'i, King David Kalakaua, to bring compassion to farm and field animals at that time. And so it's progressed to where we are today, and it needs to progress to where it needs to be, which is aloha for all living beings. In Hawaiian culture, animals, marine life, and all of those things are our elders, because we were the last ones born. So we need to protect them and malama them, and so that's why we're here.
That's beautiful, and thank you for sharing. So go ahead.
Okay.
E ho mai kai ke mai luna mai e o na mea una noea o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai kai ke mai luna mai e o na mea una noea o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai kai ke mai luna mai e o na mea una noea o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai.
We want to thank you so much to everyone who made this possible for us to be here today in Kona, Hawaii. Oh, that's okay. This is Kimberly reminding you that the Global Rescuers isn't just a show, it is a movement. We will see you next time.